After our overnight stay in Sydney, we headed to Bali, and it was about an 8-hour long flight. And when we got there, we went to Havia Villas, our place that we would be staying for the next 4 days. It was absolutely stunning inside, really zen, really chill. There were other people that had their own private villas as well. I think there's 9 units in the entire property. Couldn't hear them, couldn't see them. It was wonderful. We had our own pool, 2 bedrooms. There was also a sitting area where we could relax. And then we also had our dining area, in addition to our full-size kitchen where the chef would make breakfast every morning, and then she would also make us fresh juice in the afternoon. So the first night was low-key. We just relaxed, had dinner, enjoyed the pool. The next morning we got up, had a traditional Balinese breakfast of chicken porridge, prawn crackers, and fresh fruit. It all tasted delightful. And then we headed to Jambe Budaya to see a theatrical performance. The group here is called a gamelan, which is essentially a percussion band, and the performance that we went to see was the Barong Chris dance, and it's your basic story of good and evil. Barong is this monkey kind of mythical creature dancing in the middle, and he represents the good spirits. We have these women that are dancing and performing. In between, they represent servants of Rangda, who is the evil spirit, and the evil spirit is shown here in the really dramatic mask on the right. But it was a really cool performance to see, and we got a chance to meet some of the dancers afterwards. Our next stop was to go see how traditional batik fabric is made. And it starts off with an artisan drawing out a design on white fabric, and then additional artisans will then go over that drawing with hot wax, and they will draw on it stroke by stroke to follow the design. And then from here, the fabric is dipped into a dye and layers of the wax are peeled off, and it leaves behind a really ornate and rich looking fabric afterwards. Really beautiful. And all these pictures are from the Ubud Royal Palace. So it's a historical royal palace that is still considered to have great spiritual meaning to the people in the area. Our next place to visit was the Tagalalong rice paddy fields. So you climb down these dirt stairs, and when you get about halfway through, you see this beautiful, expansive, green, lush space of rice being grown. And all this ground has been carved down layer by layer, and it's growing rice. And eventually, several people will come through and harvest it, but it's just beautiful to visit and see. And here we are with our tour guide, Nyoman. He was really cool. Here's what it looks like when someone actually goes through and harvests the rice in the field. And as you can see, it was huge and just absolutely breathtaking. We were hungry because it was time for lunch, and we're always down to try local cuisine. So we went to this restaurant. Turns out this woman just opened her restaurant that day, so we were her first customers, and she made for us a twice cooked chicken. The chicken is cooked and then it's fried in an oil. From there, they will scoop rice into a round bowl, dump it upside down on a plate, and then you have this guy that is making the hottest hot sauce from scratch with a mortar and pestle, just crushing it into the rock. And yeah, it was quite spicy. All right, so I'm gonna wash my hands first. Now, is the sauce, is it spicy or? Yes, it's spicy? Oh, okay, let me taste it first.
So then we might have to add this sauce to help it to get a little sweeter.
Ooh. And that has a pretty significant kick to it. Alright. Okay.
Get it up.
Let's try it.
Eat it up.
Little darling,
Eat it up.
come on, baby.
And some of the rice.
Enjoy your meal. Okay.
All right, Yama,
Hi.
what do you have in here?
So this is noodle. We
Noodles?
call it Indomie
Indomie.
in Bali. Yeah, it's Indonesian famous brand Indomie. Yeah.
And what's in
Yeah.
the noodles?
This is the cabbage. It's boiled cabbage. There's peanuts and sauce. That's on it.
After lunch, we headed to a coffee plantation.
This is the coffee.
This
Coffee
is a coffee
Yeah.
tree.
So we have two kind of a coffee, the Robusta and Arabica. So this is the Robusta one, and that's the Arabica.
Okay.
So the Robusta has the big leaf, and the trees is lower, and this the Arabica is higher, and the leaf is smaller.
Oh, okay.
Nyoman plucked a couple coffee pods for us and showed us how the male pods have one seed and the female pods have two seeds in them. And we also were able to see the variety of beans that they had to offer at the plantation too. After getting a brief lesson on the beans, we were able to see the coffee being roasted.
See roasting coffee. 1 kilo of coffee around 45 minutes. 45 minutes roasting. 1 kilo of coffee will ground it around 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours to 1 kilo of coffee.
You do this for 2 hours?
Yeah.
Who does this
Make
for
it-
2 hours?
Once the pounded coffee is completed, it's sifted out to get that powder, and essentially it's instant coffee. You just add your hot water.
Oh, that's why he comes to sit here, because he knows he gets the snacks.
Afterwards, we did a sample of all the teas and coffees that they had to offer. Our last stop was the Gorga Jaw Temple, also known as Elephant Cave, and it's a sanctuary that was built in the 9th century.
Another one is the triangle. This is the triangle. This one.
Okay.
That's a symbol of the tree.
The three
Three
trees.
word.
Oh.
Three word. It's a heaven, earth, and hell.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Also, this is the symbol of the sun.
Okay.
This is the moon, and this is the star.
Oh, okay.
So all the universe is here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
As we wandered through and explored the temple grounds, it started raining, and then it was raining really heavy, and we were trapped for about 30 minutes waiting for it to die down. But there was an instrumentalist there that was a member of a gamelan, and he played a little music for us while we waited. I'll be back soon with part 2 of our Bali trip.